I'm Christine Karen from Fly By Night Press. Today we're visiting Monschau, Germany. This charming little town is nestled in a ravine between the Eifel National Park of West Germany and the moors of Belgium's High Fen. Today we are taking a peek in the very early spring. The air is warming and the snow is melting, but there aren't many flowers yet. The Ruhr River rushes busily by as we make our first entrance into the town on the southwest side. The Ruhr River originates in the High Fens, and in Monschau it is the venue for the yearly international whitewater canoeing race. It's fun to visit here at any time of year because it's beautiful and lush in the summer, with open-air concerts in the Monschau Castle, yet it offers a bustling Christmas market and picturesque snowscape in the winter. Year-round, the original shops, amiable architecture, and typically German restaurants delight visitors. The narrow streets are surrounded by half-timbered houses dating back 300 years or more. Monschau boasts a castle, a ruined watchtower, fine churches, a mustard mill, a glass blower and craft market, and other museums and artisans. The Breuer family, which owns the mustard mill, sells all kinds of specialty items in their shop. Mustard flavors such as curry, lemon, and fig are sold, as well as other local delicacies.
I choose mustard.
Okay. Here. This one. Yes.
This is the Evangelical Church of Monschau with its accompanying bridge. Though a simple stone church on the outside, the interior is richly decorated with fine stucco, beautiful woodwork, and high slender windows with bright glazing. This church represents a triumph over centuries of religious persecution. It's surrounded by delightful cafes where you can grab a waffle and other German treats while you enjoy the sound of the river. Beyond the church, one can find walking trails leading up into the hills. Monschau residents live in comfortable hillside homes, some old, some new, and some quite narrow. At the top of the hill is a small chapel and a panoramic view of the city and ramparts. The perfect place for a picnic on a sunny day. The trails are well marked, with overview maps available to get an idea of distance and difficulty. In the 17th century, Monschau began to rise in prominence as a cloth manufacturing center, which continued to grow into the 18th century. The Red House was erected in 1752 by Johann Heinrich Scheibler, a cloth maker and merchant. The luxurious Red House shows the grandeur of Monschau's cloth trade in the 18th and 19th centuries. 2 cloth pattern books filled with a total of 6,000 designs can be seen here, which show the variety and quality of the fine wool cloth traded all over Europe and as far as Turkey and Russia. Within a few minutes' walk up the hill from the Red House is an ancient fortification, the Holler. We walk past timbered gables and decorated gardens to reach the trail up the hill. It's unsure whether the Holler was originally an outpost of the Monschau Castle, but it's currently considered to be independent of the castle. The views from the top are spectacular. One can see the slate rooftops, church spires, and the Monschau Castle or Berg in the surrounding hills. A quick descent on foot takes you right back into town. On the opposite side of the ravine is the Monschau Castle. The construction of this castle by the Dukes of Limburg marked the birth of Monschau in the 12th century. By 1450, the town was listed in the towns of the Duchy of Jülich. In 1543, the sturdy fortress of the Jülich Counts was besieged by Emperor Charles V. The castle was overtaken and the town looted. Later, the French seized the castle and sold it. The private owners were unable to maintain it and even allowed the roofs to be removed in 1836 in order to be released from the building tax. After that, the castle fell quickly to ruin. Luckily, the province stepped in after the turn of the century to halt the decline and repair and renovate it. After the First World War, a youth hostel was furnished in the West Wing, which is still open for bookings. In the summer months, open-air concerts are held in the courtyard with atmospheric scenery in the yearly Monschau Festival. Classical and popular musicians attract music fans to these events. Year-round, the towers and narrow stairways are open to visitors. The tower has been renovated with beams reflecting the craftsmanship and beauty of the castle's medieval past. The view of Monschau from this vantage point is worth the visit, and at night the illuminated castle is brilliant. Finally, we visit the Monschau glass factory. Here, glass-blowing techniques which date back to the Roman Empire are used to create glossy, colorful vases and lamps and tiny detailed figurines through skillful blowing, drawing, and pinching. Glass-blowing demonstrations are held several times a day. Monschau offers a wonderful combination of culture and nature in a touring experience.